Hi, this is a tarot spread for a question that I've been asking my inner guides and intuition. What will happen between the relationship of Anwar and Mahathir now that they have joined up forces again? Now, if you don't know, Mahathir and Anwar used to be colleagues, and then they became bitter enemies, and now they are allies. So they became this they have this love-hate relationship between them. But due to the recent election and the events transpiring before the election, these two have joined forces to make a very powerful duo. And I thought, why don't I just whip up my trusted tarot cards and see what does my guides have to say about these two men's relationship from this point onwards. We have Judgment, Two of Swords, the Emperor, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, Four of Swords, and the theme for the first tier is the Queen of Pentacles. Then on the second tier we have Ten of Pentacles, Knave of Swords, which is the Page of Swords, Nine of Coins, Queen of Swords, Four of Cups, Three of Coins, and the theme is Two of Cups. Right. Let me just start off with the Judgment card as usual. Judgment is a very straightforward card. It is what it is. It's about making a decision, making a sound decision backed up by factual information. So you need to so these two men, both of them, have an intense repertoire of political history behind them. They know what they're doing, and I think they are going to make a sound decision on a lot of things in order to reform Malaysia to be a great country. Malaysia is already great. It's just that our finances are a little bit on the wonky side because of our Najib and Rosma's caboodle. And then we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords is a card of making these decisions. It is also a card of attaining stability. While the woman is blindfolded and she has two swords pointing in her direction, she does not flinch, meaning she does not see the swords as a threat, even though she cannot see what the sword is going to do to her. So I am seeing this, and I am going to read this, in the way that they are going to have all kinds of crap coming towards them, but they are not going to budge from their stance. These two men are one of the biggest powerhouses in Malaysian political history. So I think they're gonna be okay. And I am saying this because the Emperor came out when I was shuffling the card. I am convinced this is Mahathir, because the Emperor is all about supreme leadership skills. He is a diplomat. He is wise. He has a wealth of experience behind him, and he is all about leading the people towards a better future. Look at the sun illuminating behind him, and the Ankh that symbolizes infinity in the Egyptian lore. The Six of Wands here is very much related to the Nine of Coins here. The Nine of Coins, you see, and the Six of Swords is about attaining success. And I think with the Emperor and the Knight of Cups, whom I think is Anwar, we will have a lot of success. Six of Wands and the Nine of Coins. These two are going to make a beautiful match, and they are going to bring up Malaysia to become one of the giants in the world. Why I'm saying this? Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is a woman who has achieved luxury and comforts, and everything she has earned is because she worked hard for it. So I think this is a signal that we are going to be a great nation once more. The Four of Swords is a period of rest after a long battle. It's a period of reflection and introspection, because the Knight of Cups, I think, is a representation of Anwar, and the Four of Swords came right after the Knight of Cups. This is very much about Anwar, I think. The Knight of Cups is the romantic one. He is the one that has a lot to offer. He has to offer his heart, really. He's the romantic guy. He's the Romeo. But in this instance, the Knight of Cups is the one that is willing to offer all the help that he can give in order to attain the Queen of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Like I have said this in my previous videos, Ten of Pentacles is about the ending of a burden, and backed up by the Emperor, Six of Wands, Knight of Cups, and Nine of Coins. I think the Ten of Pentacles very much symbolizes that we Malaysians are finally going to get our retribution. Finally, we are going to see a better future. It's over. It's done. Now is the time for the sun to shine brighter. Okay, the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a young person who is embarking on a new journey. He's driven, he has information, he knows his shit, he knows what he's doing, he knows his job. This is a person who will help in bringing us towards here. I kind of know who this is, but I don't want to get ahead of myself and say his name. But he's a really young guy, where a lot of people are trusting him, and people are basically seeing a bright future for him. The Queen of Swords. I think the Queen of Swords is our DPM, Wan Aziza. The Queen of Swords is a card of action. She's a card of courage. She's a card of leadership. The Queen of Swords is unlike the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is a mother. She's here to nurture. She's here to love. But the Queen of Swords is here to kick ass. She is all about going to the war and win her glory. So I think the Queen of Swords is probably our DPM. Now that she's the Deputy Prime Minister, she's going to be kicking a whole lot of ass. And remember, many men have put her down, have said some awful things about her because she's a woman trying to get into the political scene. Disgusting things were said about her. And here she is with her sword and saying, now that I'm the DPM, could you repeat those back to me, please? I thought so. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups, when I was drawing it out, I felt a great sense of tiredness. And I am not surprised. Trying to rebuild a nation that's so broken down, that's so bamboozled like ours, it's going to take a lot of hard work. And how I know this? Three of Coins. Four of Cups is a card of being tired, in another interpretation, it is also the card of not taking your offer, not being interested in an offer. But given the fact that we have the Emperor, we have the Knight of Cups, we have the Six of Wands, the Nine of Coins, and Ten of Pentacles, I'm quite convinced the Four of Cups in this context is about all the parties involved being tired. It's no simple feat to repair something that is broken, too deep broken. The Three of Coins is here to say we have all the luck and all the skill to rebuild this nation, to become the Queen of Pentacles. The Two of Cups is a cup of celebration. Even with all the hardships from here to here, and in this top tier deck, with the Two of Swords and with the Four of Swords, which is a period of rest, the Two of Cups is a card of celebration, very similar to the Six of Wands. So I think these two men, despite their history, are able to put aside their differences and work towards a better Malaysia. I think both of them have matured enough from passionate, hot-blooded young men to wizened wizards, and they are able to see things objectively instead of their own passions and their own drives and their own interests. They are now putting the people forward, and I think they are going to bring us to great lengths to become a great country once again. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment below. I'll talk to you all soon.